Hello, hello. Testing 1 2. Looks like my audio is working. Just waiting for everybody to show up, and we'll get this party started. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Can you hear me? If you want, you can chat in the window over on the right-hand side there. Hi, Jackie. Looks like Jackie just joined us. Let me know if you guys can hear me. You can just chat in the chat window there. Just going to wait a few more minutes and see if anyone else jumps into the live presentation here. Can you hear me? Okay, I enabled the chat window, so you should be able to chat with me. Just let me know if you can hear my voice. Can anyone hear me? Okay, great. Lucy said she can hear me. That's great. I think there's a little delay here with Google Hangouts, so I'll assume that I'm all good and you can hear me. So I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes. I'll start at 3:05. And where are you guys calling in from? Yes, I saw your comment, Lucy. There's a delay period here. Where are you calling in from, Lucy? Florida. All right. I assume it's nice and warm in Florida, as it is here in Las Vegas. I'm glad I'm inside with the AC on, not outside running around. Okay, 3:04 will be starting in just a minute. Just want to let anyone else that's going to jump on the live webinar to join us here. Thank you for attending. It looks like we'll have a nice little intimate group here. So you can feel free to ask questions along the way, and I can answer them. Okay, so let me turn on my camera here briefly just to wave at you and say hello. Didn't shave today, so looking a little scruffy there, but that's okay. The information's all good. So I'm going to shut off my camera so performance will be better, and I'll leave my audio on so you can hear. Actually, you know what? I think I need to leave my camera on to share my screen. So let me go ahead and do that. And let me share my desktop. And it's going to look a little crazy for a minute until I switch over to a slide. So let's go back over here and detach the sidebar so I can see your questions come in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about appreciation marketing today. And actually, I won't be able to see your questions as they come in because I have this full screen. So I will take questions afterwards. So let's jump right into it. There's going to be a live coaching conference call, a dial-in with your phone right after this presentation. So you can ask me questions and we can go back and forth live on the telephone, which is a lot easier. If you want to jot down this number, you can. I'll also be displaying it at the end of the presentation. So it's 661-673-8600, and the participant code is 845221, followed by the pound sign. So we'll do that immediately after the slide presentation. So you can also download the slides. I've enabled the link to download the slides. Well, I will enable it right now. So you should see it on the right-hand side there. And you can download the slides for this presentation. And you'll also get it in email, so if you don't get it now, that's okay. I'm probably going to speak for about an hour or so, depending on how chatty I get and what kind of questions come in. You can always email me your questions at mymarketinghotline@gmail.com. And if you need to leave the presentation today, that's fine. There will be a recording. I've actually already got it recorded. I've pre-recorded it. And if you attend this live presentation, you get a live presentation. So our agenda today, we're going to be talking about appreciation marketing. I'm going to recommend some books and some software, and I think you'll enjoy it. So what is appreciation marketing? Well, it's simply just saying thank you, but there's a lot more to it. But appreciation marketing wins over self-promotion every time. If you're just out there promoting yourself, and you're never thanking people, then you're going to be less successful. So your goal is to become a master appreciator. And, you know, I've been studying this stuff for a long time, and I don't always do it, you know, like I should. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this presentation, is to remind myself how important it is. Everything that I recommend and talk about on these webinars, I do, and I try and do on a regular basis. So you can't be perfect, but you can always start somewhere. So let's talk about the things, the products and services that you purchase. Are you loyal to those vendors, like your dry cleaner or your plumber or your accountant? And why are you loyal to them? Do they appreciate you? Do they send you thank you cards? Do they send you thank you notes, emails? Do they send you gifts? Do they do anything for you? And if they don't, then why are you loyal to them? There's a lot of people that aren't loyal. They just go for the cheapest price, or they go to this supermarket or that supermarket. But you may have stories about why you're loyal to certain vendors, and I'd love to hear those stories, either in email or our conference call after this. So the point is do they appreciate you and your business? And in your business, do you appreciate your clients? That's the point we're trying to make here. And so how would you feel if you got a personalized thank you card or a gift from your vendor that you're dealing with? I know I felt pretty good when I've gotten those things. I felt like they took the extra step to thank me for being a client of theirs. Here's a quote that I found from Arthur Ward. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Now, you certainly wouldn't do that. You wouldn't wrap a present and stick it in your closet. You're going to give it away. And that's the same thing. If you appreciate your clients or your spouse or your colleague, then you should express that appreciation. And I know personally, I am, not very good at this. I forget. I assume people know that I appreciate them, and I more so in my personal life than my business life. But I'm trying to get better at that. So, how do you feel when one of these situations happens? Say you're driving down the road and somebody's coming out of a parking lot and they're trying to get into the road that you're on, and you're stopped at the light maybe, and you say, "Hey, well, I'll let them in." Do they wave back at you and say thank you, or do they just ignore you and shoot in front of you? Say you do something nice for someone, you hold the door for them, and they don't return the favor, or they don't say thank you. I actually had this happen the other day. I made a point of stopping to let this gentleman. I let my wife in the door first, and then I let this gentleman in the door, and he went in obviously before me, and there was a second door. And when I got to that second door, it kind of slammed in my face, and I was like, "Really?" I just held the door for you, and you won't even hold it for me. That's pretty rude. But you got to just ignore those people and not worry about it. The old saying is, whatever you give comes back to you tenfold, and it may not come from the same person, but it's going to come back to you if you get in that state of giving. So here's another quote that I found. Sometimes not saying thank you is worse than not saying thank you. So basically that means is if you're not showing that gratitude, then that's worse than not saying thank you. So here's a good example of a thank you campaign that worked. Tom Hopkins, he's a famous sales motivational speaker type guy, and he's built a huge business around that. And before that, when he first got started, he was a 19-year-old kid, and he got involved in real estate and became a realtor. And he created a $14 million a year business, and he credits highly the use of thank you cards in his business, because in his business it's mainly referral based, and he would send his customers cards and say thank you and ask for referrals, and they would give them to him. Mary Kay, you've undoubtedly heard about Mary Kay. It's a huge cosmetics company, and Mary Kay Ash, the founder, knew this principle of expressing gratitude and what it would do for her and her company, and she actually trained her sales reps to send at least 3 thank you cards a day. And they still train till this day, I assume. Maya Angelou, very famous person that just died recently. This is a famous quote of hers. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that's very true. So you want to make people feel like they're important and that you appreciate them, and they won't forget that. It's pretty much guaranteed, if you do it sincerely, of course. So how do you appreciate your clients? You may do one or all of these right now, and they're all good. Some are better than others. You may send emails and say thank you. That's okay. It's kind of like sending a text message these days. Emails are, not as powerful as they used to be, and it's more just like conversation. And then a phone call is a lot better than an email. If you were to receive a live phone call from a vendor and they said, "Hey, thanks for your business, we'd like to offer you such and such," or maybe just a thank you, to say thank you for coming in and being our client. So that's got a better impact. Sending a physical thank you card is even better because they know you took the time to create that card and send it. And then also, if you can send a gift, that's even a bigger impact. So I'm going to give you some examples of these from my life in a minute. What do you say thank you for? Well, anything and everything. I thank people for coming to this webinar. I thank you guys for attending. I thank clients for for hiring me. I thank people for everything. So there's no lack of opportunity to say thank you to someone. There's two types of thank yous. There's an expected thank you and an unexpected thank you. Your expected thank yous would be something like somebody gives you something, somebody does something for you. Maybe they go the extra mile and give you a ride, or do something nice like hold a door open. When you buy a product or service, you may kind of expect a thank you because you're spending a lot of money with a certain company. An unexpected thank you would be more out of the blue, like just thinking of you, or congratulations on your promotion. Say you have a colleague at work and they just got promoted, or maybe they just got married. There's lots of occasions. Maybe they just had a baby. There's lots of occasions to express gratitude or thank someone. And the unexpected thank you gets a lot more impact than the expected thank you. So look for those opportunities to do the unexpected, and you'll see the results. I can guarantee that. So here's some examples from my life. Two examples. The one on the left is a house, which represents a realtor that I know. And many, many years ago, back in when I was living in Northern California, I was looking for a house. And she showed me a couple of houses, but I never bought one with her. And I actually moved away from the area. And for years and years, I still got cards from her. I still got newsletters from her. She was very good at sending out regular material of some type to me, just to remind me that, she's there. I sent her a card, and I thanked her for the great follow-up that she had been doing. And I told her, I said, listen, you can take me off your mailing list because I do not live in the area anymore. And, I certainly appreciate what you do, but really, I don't see myself using you, but don't worry, I'll never forget you. So I just wanted to save her the money of sending me that stuff. But she is probably one of the best people I've ever seen that continually sends out reminders that that she's there. The second example is the cookie pitcher, and this is a story of I went to a house party one night and met this guy that I never met before, and we had a great conversation. And I'm a photographer, so I told him about my work and what I do, and he was just thrilled. And I was showing him stuff on my phone, and he was like, "Oh my God, you do such great work." And he was really just impressed with me and my work for some reason. And I said, "Okay, well, that's great." And then a couple days later, I get this basket of cookies in the mail, and he just he just did it. He really liked me. My wife was kind of making comments like, he must be gay or something. But no, I mean, he's just a smart guy, and he knows the value of sending gifts. So that was a pretty nice thing. And those two people I'll never forget. I know exactly who they are, where to find them. They're top of mind. It's ingrained in my head. So that's what you want to become to your clients. So I have an assignment for you. I want you to take this seriously. Take out a pen, piece of paper, do it on your computer, wherever you want to do it. Make a list of 3 people that you need to thank for something they did for you recently. So I'm sure if you think probably not too hard, you can come up with a list of 3 or more people that have done something for you recently. And then just write those names down. Just as soon as they pop in your head, just write them down. And then the next list is 3 people that you can express some kind of gratitude or appreciation to just because. Maybe a spouse, it may be, a sibling, it may be a colleague at work. I guarantee there's 3 people that you can express some appreciation for. So make that list. I would love to see you express some appreciation to those people this week in any form or fashion that you want to. And if you do that, or if you want to be accountable to that, just email me and let me know. Okay? There's 2 books that I highly recommend. I have both of these books in print and audio, and I try and listen to them every so often. One of them is called Appreciation Marketing, and the other one's called Referral of a Lifetime. These are live links, so if you get the PDF download, you can click on those links and it will take you right to the Amazon bookstore there. And these are affiliate links. Of course, everything that I recommend, if it has an affiliate link, I try and pass out the affiliate link, so I make a small commission if you were to purchase these, and I would certainly appreciate that if you use my links, and then pass them out to anyone else that you may want to recommend them to. So why don't we do this? Why don't we do appreciation marketing more? Well, it's difficult, and it's not convenient, it's too expensive, I'm too busy. There's a whole list of things we can come up with, and they're really just excuses, okay? Well, what I'm going to show you is a software package that I use that allows me to do this easily, quickly, and cost-effectively. And before I had this software, I was very bad at it. And now that I have this software, I'm a lot better at it. Now, are there days I don't do it? Sure. I get busy and I forget.